Hey friends, Michelle here from Scrappy Soul Sister, and I am working on a layout today for my creator scrapbook, and this is using the limited edition kit from March. And so March is full of the plume and petal collection, as well as other little bits of prettiness, I'll say. And so I thought I would document this picture of my niece and, well, this is my niece and a couple great nieces and Kinsley's adorable brother. So I just love this photo. And I was going to use this paper. I thought I would cut this out. And so I think I'm going to start just with my cutting blade because I don't really, I want to preserve the paper without cutting into it because I'm not 100% sure if I'm just going to put it back on this or if I'm going to flip it over and use this. I have a lot of questions as far as what I am going to do. So this is going to be more of a making decisions as we go type of layout, but that's where I'm going to start. I also even thought about like cutting this out and then cutting it into pie sections. Not sure if I'm going to do that, but those are all the different things that I am thinking of. And so I also thought I would try to use this stencil, particularly if I keep it on this background that it is currently on. And I'm not sure if I'm going to cut out the center piece yet. See, all sorts of possibilities. So let's begin and see where this takes us. So here we go. So as you can see, I have it cut out, and I do really love this background, this floral that is the other side of the sheet, but I didn't think the embellishments and all that, it would have been a struggle to get them to kind of stand off of that dark background, so I decided to stay with the light. Now, if I had done it the other way and cut the interior circle out and turned it over, then I could have tacked all the embellishments on the inside. So that's another way to do it. But I'm going to go ahead. I did back my opening with some white scrap cardstock, and I'm just trying to figure out what I want my design to be. So, but I do like having the option of being able to tuck things in behind that cut out circle. So here is my picture, and I think I am going to use this door. Now, this picture, it's such a great close up that it really allows me to use, whatever I want from the embellishments and such. I mean, obviously, it's an outdoor picture, but it really is, like I said, primarily a close up. And so it does give me a lot of freedom. And I just love these laser cut aparts with the geometric or the kind of netting look. And so I'm definitely going to use those. And I am going to have a main cluster there to the bottom right corner. So now that I have an idea of where my main elements are going to be, I'm going to go ahead and add some mixed media. Like I discussed in the intro, I'm going to use the stencil that comes in the kit, and I am using Dusty Concord, and I might use some chip sapphire, I believe. So I don't want it to feel perfect. It is just going to keep through, so I'm not all that concerned. But I really love these colors together. The colors for this kit are just lean in to that Chip Sapphire and Dusty Concord and Victorian Velvet. And so I lean in with it, and those are the colors I'm going to use. And so I do a bit more above where the photo is going to go. Uh, very little of this shows. I tried to even go up a little bit higher, uh, but you know me and clusters and such. I just kept going, and so but it's fun to do. And so as long as you're enjoying the process, then that's a win in my book. And so so here I am realizing I need to go higher and trying to get it lined up. Now you can see I am using my magnets, so helpful with stenciling and such. And these are all part of Glassboard Studio. So with a glass and magnetic mat, it gives you the ability to use magnets to hold my layout down, and I really, really love this product. So I am using a stencil from my stash, and I want to kind of lean into that type of medallion looking um, shape. And so I do it on both sections. So with just a light and fluffy texture paste. And I'm going to let that dry. And then I'm going to come in with a little bit of ink from my watercolor set. Now, this watercolor set I made with my Distress watercolor pencils. And so all of them are Distress colors. And I think I just used Dusty Concord, but I think I also add a little bit of Villainous Potion. That's why you see a little bit of a darker or more violet color in there. It might be Wilted Violet. It's one of the two. And so I'm going to go ahead and use some gold splatters. And I am using a gold gelato crayon. I just rub some on my glass board there and use a tool there to apply it along the edges of my layout. And then I also add it on top of my uh, texture paste a bit here and there. So most of the mixed media portion is done at this point. I'm going to go ahead and mat my photo on tissue paper, and then a couple different um, mats out of the kit. I am going to use this blue kind of foil, quadrifoil paper, and I am going to use one of the frames, this frame here, in each corner. And then I cut that uh, library card looking piece in half. And so I'm going to use the good times at the top, and then the phrase, let your unique light shine so brightly the world can see it. I am using that below. Now, off camera, I have roughed up all the edges of these mats that I'm using, so you can kind of see that in the film there. And I am just sticking the title, which is going to be Good Times, off center to the right, and then the phrase off center to the left. And so the other reason I love these magnets is that it's really helping me keep my layout in frame. And so as long as I remember to use them, so that is the battle, but I'm getting better at it. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to build my layout, and then I will come back with it all adhered so you don't have to watch both processes. But I am choosing my flowers, and these are the three that I'm going to go forward with. So they might change positions, or I should say they will change positions through the process. I decided to use this gown, and just because it is so pretty, and I just love the idea of a lady coming out of the patio or out into the garden, that type of thing. Also, my niece there, who is in the center, went to school uh, for clothing design. And so she is very much into enjoying fashion and such. And so I like to be able to use that here with this picture. So with my embellishments and such, I am going to do, a little bit around the frame, but I primarily want to go down that right side in kind of a sprinkly kind of fashion. I am going to use that round frame for that flower, but the whole bit is going to move down closer to the photo. I am going to use those two blue flowers are closer to where they're going to end up, but not quite there yet. But I do love using those round frames to kind of capture the large florals, the silk flowers or the paper flowers that come in the kit. It gives a little bit more stability and also helps them blend into the rest of the cluster. And so I am going to do, just a little bit on the left there. And I am going to use that little piece of grid above their photo. I'm trying not to use too much up there. Now I know I have a flower piece above the photo right now, but that is going to go away. So a little bit of that mixed media can show. So I am going to use some of the feathers, but not a whole lot. Um, and yeah, I think it's coming together pretty well at this point. I'm going to use one of the tags at that bottom right corner just to help me give my embellishment somewhere to sit and to help me keep my size under control. I can get a little carried away and make a big cluster, and so tags really help me with keeping things in the right proportion. And there, I'm moving that flower down. I'm moving that frame down, and we're getting a lot closer to how this layout is going to work out. I am going to have that feather to the left of the photo. It's going to tuck in a little bit more, and then the embellishments to the top there, some of them are going to come down, some of them are going to go up, and so that's going to separate a little bit. I just love all the little singular flowers that are in the kit. And so I have that purple one above the door, and I'm sprinkling a few of them down by the dress. And then I will also add some of the ivory flowers from that come in the kit along that stretch as well. So I cut out of one of the strips, of the barcode strips, the word wonderful. And so I'm going to tuck that to the right of my flower. And everything is starting to look like it will look in the final layout. So we are getting close. I did back it with one of the pieces of ephemera. Um, and so at this point, everything is glued down. Now that for some reason was buckling a little bit. I don't think I did a very intentional job when I got everything lined up. And so I adhere it down a little bit more. And then I do put some embellishments up there because it was a little gappy. And so that helped fill it up. So and now I'm just going to do a little bit of splatters with, let me see, it's one of the spritzes, Wilted Violet. So thank you for joining me. Here are some close-ups. Be sure to check out my creative scrapbook. The link will be in the description. Thank you, everyone.